No, but Eric, the one thing that you do better than anybody else is building like culture and community. You did it in Southern California, you do it in Arizona. Like you go out to like grassroots places and teach people how to like what we're doing, how we're helping people. Like how do you do that shit?
So, when I meet certain people and people, especially here in Arizona, I think Arizona people is like, oh, you're from California? What are you doing in Arizona? Mm-hmm. Right? Arizonian people are very territorial. That's what I'm starting to understand here. But I go in there and I say, hey, look, I'm not here to try to take anyone's business. I'm just here to try to find a way, how can we collaborate? Mm-hmm. What can I do to help you? Right? And let's work together. Right? I got these marketing people, all these marketing people. I say, look, I think you and I, if we venture together and collaborate, this could be much more bigger than just sticking to this certain thing. Let's open up the ideas to certain things.
And where do you get your ideas from? Like day to day, where did the ideas pop into your head?
I always been a visionary person since I was a kid, maybe because of where I came from and certain things I didn't like how I was being raised. And I used to, admire my friends' family. I was like, they're eating at a dinner table. I was like, why can't I have that? Mm-hmm. Right? And I grew up thinking like that. At one point, as I was working, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do whatever I feel I need to do, right? I'm going to just see it. I'm going to test it. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, then I'll try something else, right? So I have no fear on trying new certain things. I have no fear of meeting new people. I think that allows me to kind of venture out to a lot of ideas. And then sometimes other people will bring some great ideas, but they're just so fearful to speak. And I'm like, well, let me help you. This is where I come in and say, let me help you say that because I think that's a great idea. Let me help you. Let me introduce you to certain people that's going to help you with that idea, make it more bigger than what it is.
But how much your day to day? Because I feel like you are in the trenches so much with helping new people, like community people. Like how much of your day is just like mentoring folks that are just asking you a question?
My phone rings all day.
It has to be crazy.
My text messages comes in like a ton of text messages all day. One of my mentors when I was in the medical field, he was a spine surgeon. They didn't do any more surgeries anymore. But he mentored me throughout the follow-ups, throughout the experts of him doing IMEs and all that stuff. And one of the things that I always remember from this surgeon was that he always said, Eric, follow through. And he repeated it so much that shit was engraved in my brain. When someone texts me and I wasn't able to respond back, I followed through with it. I sent him if it was a quick yes or no, I answer yes or no. If someone calls me, I always will call them back if I miss it. I think that right there will go a long way just because a lot of people will say, I know you're extremely busy, but I just need 2 minutes of your time. Yeah, what's up? I can help you very quickly. What's going on? And I help.
Yeah. Well, that's either you have that or you don't. You can't teach that. You can't learn it.
You can't. I mean, people could say, you know what? We're all extremely busy. We all are. But I think if you dedicate your time to help other people, I think that's going to come back 10, 20 times more.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I always say to people. What I do might not always be perfect, but I start something, I finish it. I'm a finisher. Mm-hmm. I get it to the end. Sometimes it could be better, could be the A paper, but at least I get to the end with the B paper, but you get it to the end and you finish. So many people get bogged down in not finishing stuff because they want everything to be perfect. Everything to be perfect. And at the end of the day, they didn't finish shit. And they're in the same place they were 5 years before because they're afraid to venture out there and do it.
And that's the key word there. It's a lot of people are afraid.
Yeah.
And
don't have the fear.
Yeah, you don't have to fear certain things. You got a lot of support.
I would say, what's the worst that could happen? Like we go back to we could do insurance defense tomorrow, make a few $100,000 just being idiots, chasing our tail.